I'm Mary Trimble here with your readings for the week of May the 14th through May the 20th. And what a huge energy shift we're going to feel this week. I'm like tongue twisted. Okay, first of all, if you're new, welcome. Thank you for stopping by, and if you've been here before, welcome back, and thank you so much for coming back. Last week was amazing, all the comments. I will say that after Saturday I won't be able to respond to the angel numbers. It's been work all week, but well worth it. It was lovely. Some of the comments were just heartwarming, so thank you so much for that. So please don't forget to like my videos and share them on your social media, because YouTube doesn't promote them like they used to. So it's really helpful if you would do that, and comment, as I said, and subscribe if you haven't already. So thank you, all of you new subscribers, and I hope that you enjoy yourself coming back. Now, what I'm going to do this week is I'm going to pick someone who is subscribed to me publicly and who comments and likes my video. I'm going to pick someone at random and I'm going to give them a free reading this week. So please just make, and you can cross, each time you comment, you're going to get an extra, I'm going to draw the name out of a bag, so you'll get the extra name put in, and that will happen in 2 weeks time when I'm on location in Chicago, because I'm going to the largest astrology convention in the Western Hemisphere, so I shall be attending that for a week, and I'll pull that live from there, which will be apropos. Now, so please, the last time I did this, some people just said, one word. You've got to have, I want to know that you've watched this video all the way through, or any video all the way through, and I want you to comment on what it's meant to you. So it's going to be the most poignant comments that will be picked to put in the basket, in the bag. So that's exciting. Anyway, a little bit about the astrology before I go into the readings. And of course, the huge news is Uranus is moving into Taurus on the 15th. And at the same time, Mars is moving into Aquarius. And not only that, we have the new moon in Taurus. Now, first of all, I mentioned this last week. Uranus has an 84-year elliptical cycle, right? So it's not been in Taurus since, well, it was in Taurus 1934 to 1941, turbulent times, right? World War II happened during that time. So now it's going in on the 15th, it's moving. Now, Uranus is this planet of surprises and sudden happenings, and it's kind of like lightning, right? And Taurus is very grounded, so it's being pulled down, right? It's being kind of restricted in a way. So it's not very comfortable, but it's going to have kind of, it's the planet of eruptions, we can have, a lot of astrologers are saying that it could, we could have, earthquakes, anything kind of, anything to do with the earth. We could have, some shocking happenings around the planet. So that could happen. Now, this is what I think with this energy coming in. I think we're all going to kind of feel it in different ways. I think those of you with fixed signs, such as Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, and Come back to me, brain. Oh my goodness. Scorpio, of course. Oh my goodness. So you are really going to kind of feel it. You're going to feel that shift. And for some of it really depends on where Uranus is, where it is in your natal chart as to how it's going to affect you in, you know, in which house. Now, what I will say that there are a lot of planets in Earth signs at this time, at the time of this new moon. You've got the sun and the moon, which are always together in the same sign when it's a new moon, right? You've got the sun, the moon, Mercury in Taurus. Then we have Mars, Saturn and Pluto in Capricorn, although Mars will be leaving Capricorn and moving into Aquarius. It's in the last degrees and then it moves into Aquarius. So this is a very, very powerful new moon, and it's kind of exciting. It's very important to put your intentions, because it's all about, you know, it's about material. It's about the material world. It's about finances. It's about the planet. It's about kind of abundance, if you will. So write your intentions down. You know, figure out where you want to be in the next 6 months to a year, even 5 years. Listen, Uranus is going to be in Taurus for 7 years. 7 long years. It's moving out a little bit to Aries for a little bit, but then it's back in, and it's in for the long haul. So this is a very interesting time that we're going into. But I will say, do a ritual for the new moon and really put your intentions. This is what I really, if you get a chance, go to the beach, put your feet in the sand, be grounded, do grounded things. Go put your bare feet in the soil, feel the earth. You have these receptors in your feet, and, you know, allow the planet to heal you and vice versa. Allow the energy to flow. I think it's very important for us to remain grounded during this time. And I think I think we're going to see, you know, Uranus is a planet of innovation, rebelliousness. I mean, there's lots of energy at play here, but I think that, you know, the emphasis is going to be on our planet. How are we treating it? I think new inventions and innovative inventions are going to come out, and I think the focus will be on the planet. I think it's really important to do something, to work with these, co-create with these energies, right? So, you know, Uranus will break up the status quo, the stagnancy. Do something different. Put your life in a different direction. Take risks. Go out and shake your world up. Shake it up in how you how you earn money, how you're living, how you treat the planet. It's like, make those changes, because if you don't make those changes will be made for you. And Uranus isn't like a smooth transition. It's sudden, sharp, you know, shocking changes. Now, if you can embrace the changes, you know, it'll make life so much easier for you. So what an exciting week. What a huge shift in energy. We're really, I'm already feeling it. I'm already feeling it for sure. So I think, you know, think about Taurus and think about, you know, their keyword is I have for Taurus, right? So it's all about being grateful for what you have. It's all about, you know, do I really need this? It's like, how much do I use? How much do I need? It's about conserving, I think. It's about being realistic. It's about being, you know, and you think about, you know, the bull in a field who's very placid, you know, eating, you know, grass or whatever, and very walking around really, you know, nonchalantly. And then you put a red flag in front of that bull and it goes charging, goes nuts. So it's about remaining grounded and remaining calm, not reacting, right? It's about keeping your calm in the storm. It's always about breathing before you speak or you act. It's about responding and not reacting. So anyway, guys, this is these readings are general readings. If you would like a personal reading, that information will be below in the description box in the show more section. I'm also on Instant Go, and the link to that will be underneath, and you can ask me a question for like $10. So 24/7, that's great. You know, download that app, it's amazing. And also, if you want to show me some support, check out my Patreon page. I'm on Patreon, and I really want to thank my patrons. You are amazing. Thank you so much. And what else? Yes, your sun, moon, and rising. The information will be down below. And listen, I love to give personal readings, guys. Contact me. And thank you to all those who have. I love you all. I really appreciate you. And without further ado, let's go to your reading, shall we? Hello, Sagittarius, sun, moon, and rising. And thank you for your patience. I'm so sorry this has taken forever to get out, but I have been very unwell. I'm feeling a little better now, not well enough to go on screen, but still, here we go. The first card out is the Three of Swords, Sagittarius. I'm so sorry. This is about pain, heartache, betrayal. We have the Page of Swords clarifying it. So I have a feeling that you've had a message that's really, it can even be a text message, it can be an email, it can be something written, it can be a telephone call. It's a communication of something that's really hurt you, and betrayal. And it's probably something that's come up as, you're not supposed to have known about something, but it's come out for you. It's very Plutonian. It's something that's kind of come up from the depths, and it could be something that somebody said about you and you got forwarded, you saw a message somehow. It's interesting, it happened to me the other day. And it really hurts you. However, and it can preoccupy your thoughts for a long time if you allow it. But what you have to understand is it's kind of human nature for people to talk about each other. I mean, look, it's very evident on all the reality TV shows. I mean, everyone's always talking about one another. I mean, I think that's human nature. They do it, you see it in those Big Brother things. Years ago, I remember watching, I think, you know, that's what human nature is about. So it's important to try and not take this too personally. This is such a beautiful card. Look, love that heart. It's gorgeous. It is such... It's important to try not to take this personally, and it's very difficult not to, I will admit. But when this card comes up, it's saying, yes, you're going to feel the pain, you're going to feel betrayed, but it's very important to move on from it. You know, the swords, it's like you can get stuck in your head, which will affect you physically. It's, you know, and you can go in spirals of, you know, how this person has been, and, you know, how betrayed you feel. And it's honestly, I know it's easier said than done, but it's honestly not worth giving too much thought to it. What I will say is, sorry, excuse me, what I will say is that it is important to definitely feel this. It's definitely to look at the lesson in it, and to also understand that it's kind of human nature. And so therefore you don't have to take it so personally, and, you know, and move on from it. You know, it might take a while, but the message is to move on from this. Yes, feel it, look at it, examine it, and release it. It's important not to hold onto this. It's very important, because holding on to this just messes you up. Nobody else gets hurt except for you. Look, there's 3 swords going through that heart, you know. You got to get those swords out of there. The next card you have is the King of Pentacles. He's so funny in this card.
He's just kind of looking around. He loves opulence. He loves luxury. He loves shiny gold things. He really loves all that. Now, he also understands that, you know, you can't have all that without some hard work or some effort. So when this card comes in, it's saying you've got to take the effort and you've got to take the action. You see, the King of Pentacles is very rich. He's got all that he needs and he likes showing it off too, and he loves luxuriating in it. But you will also find him in the fields with his sleeves rolled up, doing the hard work with his hands in the soil around all the other workers. He's not afraid to get his hands dirty. He understands that that will pay off for him. So it's important to, and also it just reminds me, this is saying that you've got to keep moving forward. Just hard work and determination will pay off for you. And look, clarifying it is the Ace of Rods, which is a beautiful opportunity. This, to me, it's like the spark of a fire, right? This is like, this could be an idea or an actual opportunity. This isn't something that you get paid with overnight, but it's passionate. It's passionate. So it's important to take action on this idea or this opportunity. It's like, go forward with it. That's what I'm definitely getting. You got to go forward with this. Now, then you've got the Three of Pentacles, darling. That's creative. It's like being an expert in your field. And every expert can learn something too. This is about really focusing on your art or your craft. This is about really giving it the time that it deserves. Really, he's in the moment. He's creating something really wonderful. He has one is in his hand and two are up in the air. He'll get paid with this. It's just about really focusing, putting all your focus into your craft. I really think that this is about working hard, Sagittarius, definitely. And you've got the Queen of Swords, clarifying it. This is about, she's the truth speaker. She speaks her truth, sometimes to the detriment of others. She tells the truth brutally. She's brutally honest. When she comes into she's also an incredible businesswoman. So when she comes into, I'm getting that it's focusing on your business. You know, if you have a business on the side or if you have a life purpose or whatever it is, it's putting all your energy into it. Forget about this. Let this go. This is a little hiccup in the road. But once you let that go, you can really focus on, making life better for yourself. The Queen of Swords is also about going forward. She's very astute. She's really intelligent. She's an incredible businesswoman. There's a lot to learn from her. Somebody might come in and say something to you. Yes, look, you're getting, whatever she says, she's going to deliver some information. And her intent is not to hurt you, just so you know. It's never to hurt you. But how she says things is really, it's one of those gut-wrenching feelings, like, oh, you don't want to hear it. But hear it you must. So when somebody comes in, if this is you, then you need to be kinder and more compassionate. But if somebody else is coming in and saying something to you this week or delivering a message that's kind of hurtful, you can't look upon this as an insult. It's important to take this in and really examine it, own it, whatever you can own, and then release. Learn from whatever they've said, because when somebody says something, it's almost information wrapped up in an insult. That's what it is. And sometimes it's hard to get over the insult to hear the information. But, it'll take a while, but, you have to look at it. You've got to be honest with yourself and be open, and I know that you have the capacity to do that, Sagittarius. So, excuse me. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like this video, comment. If you've listened to this to the end and you make a really poignant comment, I will put your name in a bag and I will draw it live at the astrology convention next week when I'm there in Chicago. I go on the 24th and I'm there till the 30th. So I think I'll be pulling it on the 29th or 28th probably. I don't know. One of those nights. I'm not sure when. But I will pull the name out of the bag and the lucky person will sorry, I can't even speak, will win a full reading. So thank you, darling. I love you all. Mwah! I'll see you next week. To inquire about or purchase any of Mary's services, please email mary@liveinthesolution.com.